Welcome to the video on GSB Beta 21.7. There's a number of new features involved here, and we're going to outline how GSB works. This is a very simplified version of how it works, but we start with the S&P 500 futures data. We're using 30-minute bars day session only. We're also using the S&P 400 and 500 cash indices as secondary data streams. We're using 3 indicators. We can choose up to 5, and we're also using a secondary filter. We can either use a genetic combination of things, or we're going to use one we have pre-programmed, which is using the previous day's close and the current close. We then hit start, and you can see that the fitness is peaking 64,000 or 80,000 now. Fitness in today's example is net profit times profit factor. You can see we've got 4 systems, and that's growing all the time. All the systems happen to be unique, but sometimes you get systems that have got the same parameters, the same indicators but different parameters, but in this case they all happen to be the same. We have about 5,000 systems per minute being generated. GSB is very, very fast. I'm now just going to scroll that screen down so you can get a better look at the equity curves. So GSB has seen everything that's in red, and the rest is out of sample. I've stopped GSB now, and I'm going to walk forward a system. I simply right click and then run walk forward. You can do single thread or multi-thread walk forward. If you're using multi-thread walk forward, you have to stop GSB. But GSB can still do numerous walk forwards while it's building systems, but only one thread at a time. Otherwise, we found that the GUI got so slow and unresponsive, it was a pain to use. We'll give that a few minutes, and it's walk forward the systems. You can see that the graphs don't line up, and that's because the trade difference is significantly different from the in sample to out of sample to the original equity curve. So we're going to do what we have in TradeStation. We're going to change the x-axis from the trade number to be date. You can also see that all the systems made about $80,000, but the profit per trade varies significantly from one to another. So those curves line up beautifully. They're very parallel, which is a good sign in walk forward. You can see the section in red is actually very flat, and that's because in the years where there's low volatility, often GSB systems simply don't trade a lot. But you can see there's $112 average trade, but when you go to the walk forward results, you'll see that the average trade has gone from 112 to 127, and the profit factor has gone from 1.81 to 1.98. So a reasonable improvement in walk forward results. And that's the in-sample curve, which you would expect to be a little bit better. However, when you go to the out-of-sample curve, you see that there wasn't a lot of difference in the performance metrics. All of that is a good and a healthy sign. We're now going to put the system to TradeStation. We simply do Control-A, Control-C, cut and paste, and you put it into some TradeStation code. I'm going to do Control-V, F3 to refresh, and then we're going to insert the system on a chart. I have the workspace already set up. So I'll do Insert, Strategy, and the new system, which I happen to call GSB Sys5. Click OK. Checking that the bars back is set to enough. I'm using 300 here, but GSB uses 500 by default. Click OK, and there we can see our system. Similar curve and results to what we had in TradeStation. Fairly good metrics. There's no slippage in commission. You can certainly get better systems than this, but it was just one that was made after 4 minutes of processing. Results will vary a lot from one run of GSB to another, because in the example shown there was 4 to the power of 31 zeros, possible combinations of systems. This is also a very high level version of how GSB works, and it would be very valuable to look at the finer detail of how to build systems with GSB. Thanks for watching. There's more YouTube videos on my YouTube channel, some older ones and newer ones to come. There's also forums where you can post your comments about GSP, get tech support, and learn from other users and build community. Hope you enjoy building systems and your trading is profitable.